Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. My name is Chama and I'm from Nigeria.
Nice meeting you, Chama. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a quick question. Is the internet, if the internet shut down tomorrow, would you still have a job?
Um, yes and no. I'd say yes, I'd still have a job. No, I wouldn't have a job because I'm a social media strategist and all of my work, or the majority of my work, is done online. And so if the internet was shut down, that would be a very big minus. But at the same time, my work involves people, and you cannot take away people from the equation when you deal with social media strategies. And so in that case, I would say no, my work would still remain because people would still be around even after the internet has come and gone or something else has happened.
Beautiful.
So yes and no. And your question, does traditional media still have a place in your country?
Okay, so my name is Aya and I'm from Tunisia. Actually, yes, traditional media still have a place in my country, though we did the revolution using social media. But I think still people who don't have access to internet listen to radio, watch the 9 p.m. news on TV, and we have to get to those people through traditional media. So I think it's not a competition. We have to collaborate, alternative media and traditional media, to change something in my country.
Thank you.
So, what would you give up to keep your smartphone?
Very funny question. What should I say? My wife? No, I was joking. What I would give up to keep my smartphone? I think it's a very good question. It's a tricky question because there's not so much what I would give up for smartphone. If it would be my computer, it would be different. But my smartphone, so let's say I would give up probably my favorite chair to keep the smartphone.
Okay,
Is it okay to answer?
yeah.
Okay.
So, your turn.
Okay, mine is really a little bit tougher or goes more into the deep.
Okay.
What is your biggest first world problem?
Okay.
Take your time.
My
It's not so
first
easy.
big world problem.
Your biggest first world problem.
Um, well, oh my God. Okay, my first biggest world problem.
It's the biggest first world
Okay,
problem.
biggest first world problem would be that my schedule is not synchronized with my Google Calendar.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be it. That my personal planner is different than my Google Calendar. Then I have both. Yeah, it's not synchronized.
Yes.
So that's
You're
why.
always working with both
Exactly.
simultaneously.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
So that would be an embarrassing
Yes.
first world problem.
Yes, that's really true. Very good
Okay.
answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so my name is Josefa, and I'm going to ask a question. No social media for a month. What would your life be like?
Very empty because lots of times at a day I'm using the social media and then I wouldn't know about my friends, about the things which are going on. So it would be more poor than with the social media.
Okay.
Thank you. My name is Frank. Hello. What do you use your smartphones for the most?
I guess what I do most is going on WhatsApp and chatting with my friends and listening to music. Both of it. But maybe a little bit more WhatsApp. Yeah, WhatsApp.
And which type of music?
That depends on the mood I'm in. So it's just...
Can you give an example?
I used to love I guess it's a British band, you know Bastille?
Yes.
I used to love them, for example, but I also sometimes I also love kind of mainstream music, like Justin Timberlake or something. Depends on what I feel like in the moment.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Hi,
Hi,
what's your name
Ifi,
and where do you come from?
Nigeria.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay,
Would you mind answering it?
not at
Okay.
all.
When was the last time you wrote a letter by hand? See?
I think a year ago.
A year ago?
Yes.
Was it a business or a personal letter?
Personal letter.
And why don't you write letters anymore?
Well, because the internet is, everything is digital. You can send emails and you can call, so
Yeah.
it's much faster. Texting, yeah.
And how did the person who received the letter react? Is it a person who uses internet or?
Yeah, the person is actually someone who's always on the internet, but it had a personal touch. It felt
Okay.
really special. So yeah,
And don't we miss that nowadays?
I do miss that.
You do miss that.
Yeah.
So you're gonna write more letters?
Yes.
That's good. Now to you.
Okay, so what problem in the world today can be solved via social media?
Wow, my name is Salim first, you forgot to ask me. And I come from Lebanon and I work in Africa, in the Great Lakes region.
Where in Africa? What
Burundi, Rwanda, and Congo. So this question is quite tough because I have some issues with social media because they move people away from real activism and we stay in a virtual world. But social media is good also, in order to share information with a larger number of people and to spread out the message on a larger scale. But we should be careful about social media because it disconnects us sometimes from the reality of things.
Hi, I'm Choma from Nigeria.
Hi, I'm Ingrid from Spain.
So my question is, when was the last time you wrote a letter by hand?
Actually, it was a few weeks ago. I wrote a letter to my grandma with some postcards, and I sent it by post. Yeah.
Your question.
What do you use your smartphone the most?
I use my smartphone for Facebook, for Twitter, especially for Twitter, for Instagram, and finally for making calls and sending texts.
Finally.
Thank you.